Hello, 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 hello. This is Vergola, and I am back in a pub in the life. I am really. Oh my god, there's a cat. I'm sorry, cat people. I love cats. It's just, can you hear me? Like, I want to play with them. Like, kind of, they don't want to play with me, unfortunately. Anyways, in this episode of A Pup in the Life, we talk about outcomes. So today, mom did lots of planning with herself, with the team, and in general, lots of planning. Trying to make sense of the plan, trying to put the plan down, trying to make it work. And when creating objectives is kind of, you want to ask yourself, how do I explain to people the objectives? How do I tell them why these are the objectives, and how do I share the objectives with them? There's no easy or good or already learned way to do it, but there is quite an explanation, which is you need to understand that you need to set clear outcomes. You don't get to tell the people the actions they need to perform. You need to measure outcomes. And so even when discussing with people, and trust me, I think this is like a kind of a philosophical type of reasoning, but trust me, on this one, it's not at all. And when it comes to really understanding how to deal with discussions in general, where you don't see the outcome you like, and so you want to build a new outcome that you like better, you need to be clear. And Alex Hormozy says one very interesting point, which is if you tell a person that you don't like what they're doing, you might just want to be sure to explain them what's the outcome that you want instead, and therefore what's the type of need that they have for them to be able to perform at that level of outcome. So basically, you want to tell them, I want $1 million in revenue. Okay, and they're a salesperson, and they might go like, okay, and you're just gonna tell them, okay, what do you need for you? What would you need for you to, reach this objective, and even maybe go beyond at the best of your abilities? And the truth is, most people, when they perceive something like, oh my god, like it's too high, or they perceive the thing as maybe we're gonna go for that, it might not just be always the case that they know that, like, what's the real reason behind it. So you push the ball on their side, and it's like, okay, so basically, what would I need to do? I might need better leads, but how many leads? Which type of leads? Do you want them qualified or not? And whatnot. So this is when it comes for business, which is the outcome that you want to desire. On the other hand, you will find yourself discussing with your partner, with people in your life, even with dogs sometimes. Why do dogs need the reward when they perform the right action, the right outcome? Because you want them to perform some action, some outcome, because you want that outcome to occur. And so you reinforce that with a prize. You might ask yourself, why are you talking about all of this? Because usually business is the playground of life. It's where we learn many things. And we get to understand that lots of the things that we know are basically the same in life. And so if you discuss with your partner, and it's going to be like, okay, I don't really like this behavior of yours. Okay, so what would you want me to do instead? And the other question is, how does it make you feel? Because not liking something is okay, totally subjective, but like, how does it make you feel? And so being able to frame all of that is just like the superpower that probably unlocks many things. And to be honest, mom is just trying to do that in at the best that she can in the specific case of her life and her business. And in general, I think she tries to do that with me too. I sometimes, for example, decided that I don't want my leash to be on. But I'm a dog, so I need a leash. Well, going outside in the streets, it's not like I can just go off leash, because first of all, it's illegal. Second, I don't think it's fair. Third, I'm not the type of dog that already knows how to go off leash. So basically, yeah, too bad, right? So yeah, I can go off leash, and I hate for mom to say this, but it's just I'm not as good as a off leash dog just yet. I'm probably too young, too full of energy, 4 years old. Anyways, I'm still here to learn. So I was saying, I need my leash, but I don't really like putting it on. I don't really like putting my raincoat on, for example. But mom gives me a treat so that I get closer and I know that thing is what mom wants. And maybe that is best for me. So there really are lots of examples to be explaining how to better deal with such types of situations. But the thing is, if you don't have the outcomes clear, it's very hard to plan anything. And the outcome cannot always be, oh my God, I'm going to figure it out. Yes, you can, but better to put an outcome that you keep changing rather than not having it clear at all. So the other thing that I might be willing to mention is mom was planning quite a lot this couple of days, and they can be pretty stressful too. But if you know what outcomes you want and maybe what outcomes you need to survive for your company, for example, it's pretty easy to be able to explain them. It's pretty easy to be able to explain why you don't drink a lot once you go out, because you want to feel better. That's just an example. So if you don't set clear outcomes, it's going to be very blurry in all shapes and sizes, and it's not going to be good for no one, not the company, not your partners, not your life in general. So I hope your outcomes were clear, and I hope you know how to communicate them, because there's no rocket science in that. It's just explaining that you're doing that for a reason. So keep that in mind. Like, it's all about outcomes in the sense that the outcomes expected shape how we roll and what we do. So this is what we have for today. So tonight's an hour where we have lots of dogs going around. I'm trying to bark at all of them. Pretty energetic today because it was raining earlier and I didn't get so much out, and so pretty fuzzy girl. Anyways, mom has got to go back to work. So for now, we are sending you lots of kisses, hugs, and a bit of barks. Bye bye.